Hello, my beautiful bookish friends, and welcome back, or welcome for the first time if you are new here. My name is Lori Beth, and thank you so much for stumbling across my little corner of the internet. Whether you specifically looked for a video like this to watch today, or you just so happen to find yourself here, either way, I am always so appreciative of you tuning in for, I want to say, the controlled chaos that is my channel. Yeah, that sounds about right. Today's video is one that I have been looking forward to for quite a while now because, again, if you've been here for a minute, you know that I started my booktube channel at the beginning of the year, so I haven't been able to do a ton of fall/holiday themed videos. And today we are going to go over the ultimate gift guide for you or the bookish person in your life. This is going to be a list of ideas that I think would be perfect for the reader in your life, or even yourself if you are looking for gift ideas to give to other people because you are the reader in their life. So some of the items that we are going to talk about on today's list are things that I personally have and that I have used myself. Other things are items that I don't have but are on my personal wish list for this holiday season. So I think what we are going to do for today's video is break this up into a couple of different sections. I decided that doing this by price would be a better way to kind of lump together the different gift ideas. So what we're going to do is sections by dollar sign. $1 is going to be our $0 to $25 price range for maybe a more simple gift that you could give someone, or maybe you are part of a secret Santa and you do have a price cap on the gift that you can provide. $2 signs is going to be our $26 to $50 range for kind of like that middle section idea of gifts that are a little bit bigger than the first dollar sign range, but not quite as big as our last and final range, which is our $3 sign section, which is the $50 plus range. This is going to be a little bit bougie, you know? Maybe some bigger gift ideas. And again, these can be for someone in your life that you are maybe looking for a gift idea for, or maybe people have been bugging you asking, hey, I know you love to read. Give me some ideas for the holiday season that I can get for you. This, my friends, is going to be the ultimate gift guide for that reason. So without further ado, we are going to go ahead and jump right into our first category. First up on my list might seem quite obvious, but honestly, the thing that I find myself using the most personally, and that is a book light. And let me tell you, a good book light makes a world of difference for a reader who likes to read at all different times of the day. I personally read first thing in the morning when I wake up and then when I am going to bed at night. And I do have a partner that I try not to disturb when I am doing these hobbies of mine. And a good reading light allows me to do that and still enjoy the things that I like to enjoy doing without kind of causing disruption. Seems a little bit obvious, but I am telling you, this is a tried and true gift for any reader out there. And if you're worried they already have a light, a secondary light, something that they can keep maybe somewhere else in the house, or in case that first one they have just finally bites the bullet, is always a good idea. The one that I use, I did find on Amazon, and I am going to link everything that I personally have or the ones that I have found online for myself down below. But this one specifically was so perfect for me because it is lightweight. It can clip to any kind of book, whether it's paperback or hardback. It comes with different temperature settings, so you can do cool, warm, a mix of cool and warm, which is what I usually keep mine on, and the light intensity does change itself. Not to mention, this also has a really cool swivel head. So when I am laying in bed at night and I'm trying not to interrupt my husband when he's trying to go to sleep, I can actually turn the head away from him and it still illuminates the pages enough for me to read. This was one of the best things that I have ever purchased for myself, and I find it to be, again, a tried and true gift for any reader in your life. All right, next up is an annotation kit, which I think is a beautiful thing to provide to a reader who might not necessarily know where to start with annotation or whether or not they are comfortable annotating in general. The one that I have found online and the items that I have personally used for my own annotation include different types of Post-it notes or sticky notes. So if you are not completely sure that you want to mark up your book in general, you can always use something like a sticky note to kind of help guide you into like the world of annotation without leaving permanent marks on your book. Also, a kit that actually contains all of the items together is never a downfall to have, which is what this one includes as well. So you can kind of zip up the pouch and everything is kind of kept neat and tidy all together. You never have to wonder where anything has been left. And it also includes different types of markers or highlighters so that you have kind of an array of color options to choose from. Again, even if you're not sure if you want to annotate or if the person in your life wants to annotate, a kit offers different items to use to kind of step into the world of annotation in general. So I think this is a great gift for a reader. And next up, this one is going to lean more towards the e-reader person in your life, which is the Strapsicle. These were absolutely game-changing for me when I stumbled across them. So the Strapsicle comes in a set of 2 and allows you to add something very comfortable to hold your e-reader, iPad, tablet with without permanently attaching something to the back of it. So I know pop sockets were really popular for a very long time when it came to like Kindles and Kobos and iPads and stuff like that. But the downfall with those is that you always had to like stick them either directly on your device or on to a cover of your device. And if you wanted to move it or change it later, it would always leave like that sticky residue on the back, which was like a no-go. And when I got my new Kindle, I refused to put a pop socket on it for that reason. But I like to read with one hand on my Kindle, and I was out there looking for something that would allow me to do that without creating damage to my device. And the Strapsicle is absolutely perfect for that. So this comes in a set of 2, an array of colors that are so, so cute. And you get the option of using both or just one of them. I prefer to use one Strapsicle on my Kindle. I find like 2 is kind of redundant because I only really hold it with one hand. That is kind of nice. You can use both of them. You can use one of them, and depending on which hand you like to hold your device in, like your dominant hand is the Strapsicle you would use for that side. I really, really like that. And then if I really don't want them or I don't feel like I need them on, all you have to do is pop them off the corners and it's like they were never there. So if you have an e-reader in your life or you are an e-reader and you are looking for something new to add as an accessory to your Kindle, iPad, what have you, this is such a good option for that. All right, and next up on my list is a Book of the Month subscription. Now, before you get too freaked out about the word subscription, let me just remind you that Book of the Month is completely risk-free. So if you or whoever signs up for the subscription decides that they don't want it at a later time, you can cancel whenever you want. No cancellation fees, no signing on the dotted line, nothing like that. So it is relatively risk-free to try. The other benefit of Book of the Month is that there are tons of discount codes where you can get usually your first month for half the price that the monthly cost is. And the more months that you use your Book of the Month subscription, you start to build credits over time and then get further discounts. Book of the Month also offers gift subscriptions. So specifically, if you are trying to gift this to someone else, you can do something like 3 months, 6 months, 12 months as a subscription where you just kind of take care of that for the person and all they have to do is go in and select the books that they want each month. Book of the Month is a wonderful subscription service if you like to read from different genres and you want a service that really just kind of does the research for you. They have an incredible team of readers at Book of the Month that pay attention to trending items, trending books within all of the genres, and they even offer audiobook credits now too. So there are really like a wide variety of options under a Book of the Month subscription. You can always skip months as well, which is really kind of nice. And you know that when you go in to do your selection for a book for the current month, that is going to be a very well-received novel in whatever genre that you are looking at. And that leads me into our final gift in the $1 category, which is an Audible subscription. Now, again, subscription sounds very scary, but just like Book of the Month Audible is risk-free and you can cancel at any time as well. The other nice thing about Audible is that they offer introductory pricing. Usually you can find something like the first few months for only a couple of dollars, which really, as far as audiobooks go, is a very, very good deal. Signing up with a service like Audible offers you discounted prices on very popular titles. They run deals from time to time, and you also get one audiobook for free each month. So you will always accumulate a credit every month, no matter what. If you are not sure if audiobooks are quite for you, because this is a risk-free thing to try, I highly suggest just stepping into the world of audiobooks. It can elevate your reading experience, whether you like to read in tandem with an audiobook in the background, or if you are just trying to find a way to incorporate more books throughout the year, but you don't have the time to sit down, audiobooks are amazing. I introduced myself to them this year as well, and I was like not sure I was going to be on board with it, but I'm going to tell you what, I love a good audiobook. I myself did an Audible subscription just to try it out and see if it was something that I would like. I used that introductory pricing, and I can officially say that I do enjoy audiobooks from time to time. So again, if you're looking for something different that the reader in your life maybe doesn't already have, I would highly suggest a subscription to something like a book of the month or Audible service, because they can cancel at any time and it allows them lots of different options to use within each service. We are moving into our second category, which is our $2 sign category. This is going to be gifts in the price range of $26 to $50. So again, mid-range, a little bit more than the first category, but not quite as much as our last category. And the first one up in our list is one that I have on my own personal holiday wish list, and that is a reading pillow. Now, let me tell you something, my friends. Because of where I like to read in my house, which is mostly on my couch, I find myself getting uncomfortable from time to time, mostly when I am holding something like a hardcover edition or like a larger book. And because I am an annotator as well, I will have so many little accessories around me at any given point in time. I'm losing things in the couch, I'm dropping things, but this reading pillow looks like a game changer to me. Not only does it come in lots of different colors, like very beautiful colors as well, the size of the pillow and the kind of like shape and texture of the pillow looks like it would be the most comfortable one that I have seen out there personally. It's hard enough to where it can hold the items that you want it to contain, but not so hard that it's uncomfortable to hold on your lap. It almost looks like it conforms to you a little bit. And it also has multiple side pockets where you can put reading lights, markers, pens, post-it notes, bookmarks, eyeglasses, you name it. It can fit in there. It looks so perfect for the reader that usually needs more than just a book in their lap to enjoy the reading experience, aka me. Another great thing about these pillows is they are kind of double duty because it's not just for reading books. It can be for any type of e-reader or any type of iPad or tablet as well. So it can be kind of multi-purpose, which I think is always a great thing if you are going to spend your money on something. So if you have used reading pillows in the past and you are like looking for an upgrade, this is a great like middle of the road option, as far as it's not going to be like the most bougie pillow you've ever seen, but it does look very significant in the sense that spending your money on it, I think, would be very well worth it. All right, so next up on my list is one of my personal favorites to purchase, not just for myself, but for other people, especially some of my girlfriends that I know have very specific books or book series that they get really excited about or that they've gotten very involved in, and that is any type of bookish clothing, more specifically from Parchment and Parcel, which I am so happy to announce is a amazing partner to this channel. So thank you so much for your support, Parchment and Parcel. And you can use the code Lori Reads Things to get a discount on any of the amazing clothing or accessory items on this website. Not only does this website have some of the best quality clothing items that I have experienced myself, The collections that are available are tried and true, and I feel like you can find something for any of the like fantasy girlies or fantasy readers in your life. I love the Jane Austen line, and again, you can go on the website and look through some of the collections, but keep your eyes peeled as the months go on because she is always releasing new items and new collections as well. And you can use that discount code on the website to get yourself a discount for either yourself or for a friend this holiday season. All right, that brings us to our next item, which is something I have talked about time and time again on this channel, and something that I am almost like completely surrounded by at all times, and that is bookish candles. I know you're probably thinking like, okay, candle, that's not really like a very creative gift to give someone, but the candles that I am talking about are the novel wicks candles that I go on and on about constantly, and there's a reason behind that. So novel wicks specifically creates candles that are either bookish related or media related. So no joke, you can go on this website and find a candle that would fit anybody's preference in your life. We're talking mom, dad, brother, sister, cousin that you really only see once a year during the holidays. You probably know something that they would like, whether it's a favorite movie, a TV show, or more specifically, a favorite book. Novel Wicks releases new candles on a weekly basis, but there are always candles in the shop, and they are also a partner of this channel, and you can use the code Lori10 to get a discount on anything in the shop as well. Also, this time of year, she is releasing tons of fun holiday items, whether it's holiday related from books or movies, or she's creating sets like the 12 Days of Christmas set, which you can go online and pre-order right now. And again, these make great holiday gifts, not just for readers, but for anybody in your life that maybe likes something kind of like luxurious and lush. And there's so many options to choose from. I'm not kidding. You got to go on the website and just peruse around. You will find something that could fit any person in your life. All right, and next up is, once again, an item that is on my personal wish list for this holiday season, and that is a utility cart. Now, this might seem like kind of a random gift to some, but I have noticed a trend in these utility carts over the last year or two in like the booktube and bookstagram space. And let me tell you, the more I see them, the more I'm like, that makes so much sense, not just for me as a reader, but me as a person who likes to stay organized. And it can, again, be like a multi-purpose item. So a lot of times people will use these utility carts to organize some books that they have already read, they want to read, or are like waiting to be organized on their permanent bookshelves. Or you can use these for anything else. They can hold your annotation kits, they can hold your book pillows, they can hold some work items and some fun hobby items as well. So again, it's like a really multi-purpose gift that you can give someone. And I think they work very well for people that live in small spaces as well. I am so lucky to have a space in my home where I have started to kind of curate a home library, but I also only have limited space. So anybody that lives in maybe a smaller space or doesn't have the option to have a home library, but they do like to keep a small collection of books, I think the utility cart is a great alternative to that, not only because you can make it kind of cute, you can kind of like bedazzle it and like dress it up a little bit, but it just keeps everything contained and you can kind of move it around too. So it's not like a permanent spot in a small space. This is on my personal wish list, and here's hoping some people in my life are going to watch this video. All right, next on the list is something that I stumbled across myself when I was looking for gift ideas for my family members to purchase for me. And this is a reading valet. So when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, this is brilliant, especially if you are someone who likes to read in different places that don't always have a hard surface next to you, maybe like your bed, or you have a favorite chair, but it doesn't have a tabletop where you can keep like your book, your highlighters, your glasses, your cozy warm drink. And this is absolutely perfect for that. So it's basically like taking a tabletop around with you, no matter where you want to read in the house. And again, it's a multi-purpose item, which I think is absolutely phenomenal in a gift in general. I am a drink girly through and through. So I've either got a cold fizzy drink my water bottle or a cup of tea or coffee with me all day, every day. And whenever I sit down and read, I'm always like, oh, where did I put that drink? So in my opinion, this is a great gift, not just for readers, but a lot of people in your life really that maybe like to read books, magazines, e-readers, or just have things close by. More specifically, those warm, cozy drinks that we like to treat ourselves to throughout the winter months. And not to mention, this is actually quite beautiful. And I think it would look good in your home, if that makes sense. And this is going to be gifts that are above that $50 price range. And they are quite bougie. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, you know what? Let's go for it. Let's put some bigger ticket items on this list because why not? It is the holiday season. And you know what? Maybe we can hope and dream that somebody will spoil us, or maybe you're wanting to spoil someone else in your life. So to piggyback off of our last item, I am going to suggest the Ember coffee mug. Not only does this look so phenomenal for the drink girlies who, once again, like to keep a drink with them almost all of the hours of the day, it will keep that drink warm and cozy for you through those hours of the day. Like, what a wonderful idea when someone created this item about keeping my hot coffee hot because it takes me 2 hours to drink it because I like to savor the thing that I am drinking, okay? I don't feel bad about it. Not only does this keep your hot items hot, it comes in a multitude of colors, whether you like something more neutral or something a little more flashy. And I do believe that I see this go on sale every year for Black Friday. So keep your eyes peeled because you might be able to grab this bougie item at a pretty decent price. And next up on the list is an item that brings me so much joy, and that is special edition books. Now I know you're probably like, wow, that's also not a very creative gift, but you would be shocked at the amount of special edition books that are out there these days that you have not stumbled upon yet. More specifically, some of the books from the Folio Society, if you have not spent time looking through the options of their special edition books, my friend, you are missing out. And they have everything you can imagine, from new fantasy and sci-fi to old classics that you read when you were growing up. If you know that one of the readers in your life has a die-hard love for a very specific book or a book series, check out this website and see what they offer as far as special editions go. Because I will tell you what, as an avid reader, I have books on my shelf that I like to mark up, that I like to bend the pages, that I like to annotate, but I have books on my shelf that are beautiful and they are accessories in my home and they mean the world to me. So if you are looking for a higher scale item to get the reader in your life, check out this website and just see what they have. I don't think you could ever really go wrong with a special edition of somebody's favorite novel. And next item that I want to talk about is something that I am really excited to talk about, honestly, because I have personally experienced this recently, and that is some high quality over-the-ear headphones. These have been an absolute game changer for me. I have hemmed and hawed on buying an item like this for quite some time because they usually are on the pricier side. There are lots of different brands that you can look into. I very specifically went with the Apple AirPod Maxes because I am admittedly in the Apple universe and it just syncs so well to the items that I already use. But regardless, the idea of an over-the-ear set of headphones has changed my life, and this could change the life of either yourself or someone else that enjoys doing things like reading in public places, is maybe more on the content creation. Maybe they like to just work in public places as well, whether it's content creation or their day job. These have been so game-changing for me that I feel like I can do any of my editing or reading in any public place, and putting them on, it makes everything just kind of disappear and melt into the background, and I am just in the zone. I have always loved the idea of reading in coffee shops, but your girl gets very easily distracted. So if there's too much going on around me, I find that I just get so distracted I can't even pay attention to what I'm reading or editing. And then it just kind of was really a big waste of time. That's just me. But if you know anybody like that in your life, or if you are like that and you were like, this could be my one big item that I ask for the holiday season, I highly, highly recommend taking the plunge. And again, there's lots of options for different brands. I will link the ones that I have down below if you would like to see those for yourself. But I can say that personally, this has been a life-changing product for myself. So maybe this holiday season, it could be for you too. All right, my friends, so we have made it to the last item on our list. And I am just gonna say, sorry, not sorry. I had to put this on here because once again, it was kind of a life-changing item for me, and that is a Kindle. Now, you do not have to get a Kindle for someone. Again, there are lots of different products and lots of different brands out there that you can do research on to try and discover which would be the best either for you or as a gift for someone else. I am just speaking from personal experience on the Kindle because that is what I have. And again, it changed the way that I read and the availability for me to read as well. I've already talked about how I am very lucky to have space to hold books in my home, but I will run out of space eventually. And I also just like being able to have the option to read books at any given time. Not only is an e-reader convenient for not having to go out and find a book, they are usually more affordable and they don't take up space. Also, if you are part of a local library, you can utilize the Libby app, or I think there are a few other apps as well where you can rent books as opposed to buying them. So this is another multi-purpose gift in my opinion. It will keep you from overflowing bookshelves or the space that you maybe don't even have in your house. It allows you to purchase books at the drop of a hat. So I have been in the middle of a book series before. Like I have finished a book at like 12:30 laying in my bed and I simply cannot wait. So I am going to buy the next one in that series and start reading it right away. And also being able to utilize apps like Libby in the long run, this has been a cost savings. And I feel like because of the price of some of the e-readers that are out there and they're so accessible now, I have more than made my money back on this. So I am bringing this video in for a landing to say, if you are unsure if yourself or someone might be interested in an e-reader, just give it a go. I think trying it is always worth it. And I will link the Kindle that I have down below. It's one of the Kindle Paperwhites, but keep your eyes peeled on these two because I know that they always go on sale for Black Friday. So within the next few weeks, it could be even more worth it to grab an item like this. Well, there you have it, my friends. That is, in my opinion, the ultimate gift guide for the bookish person in your life. I would love to know if you have any of the items that we talked about in today's video. Do you like it? Would you buy it again? Would you buy it for someone else? Drop that in a comment down below. Or is there an item that you think other people should know about for either themselves or for that bookish person in their lives? Drop that in a comment down below as well. And of course, if you liked this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button because it always helps a girl out. And if you want to make sure you don't miss any of my other upcoming videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button too. As always, it has been an absolute blast and I can't wait to see you guys in the next one.